This is one of the most important yet overlooked parts of the sewing process. And sometimes I think people get to this point in their project and then they're just like, meh, this is too complicated. I'm done. I'm not even going to start. What's that crossroads that people come to? It's picking the right size. And this truly is one of the most make it or break it parts of a sewing project. Why invest this fabric, this time, your mind power, all on something that you can't even end up wearing? I was about to sew up our newest release. It's called Geneva Pullover Jacket. And I was going through the size chart and doing my personal process for picking out the right size for me. I'm between sizes and a lot of times I blend sizes. And I thought this is probably something that a lot of people struggle with. So I'm just going to bring you along with me and show you how I pick the size and make adjustments for my body type. So let's get into it. First of all, let me tell you a little bit about this pattern that's going to be releasing very soon. It is a pullover and jacket. It's meant to have more of an athletic or athleisure style. Think more like a Lululemon jacket or maybe some sort of Columbia jacket. One of the things that I think makes this jacket stand out, as you can see, is these princess seams. All of the versions of the jacket have these beautiful princess seams. This has also got a raglan style sleeve application, and then it also has a funnel neck. Now there's a couple more options that are inside of the pattern. There are pockets embedded into the side seams, but they are welt or zippered options. So really making that functional side of things with the zipper. And with the body views, there's 3 different ways that you can wear it. There's a solid version that doesn't have any zippers. It's just the funnel neck and those princess seams that really stand out. But we also have the neckline, asymmetrical neckline zip, just to kind of make it like a quarter zip pullover, but just asymmetrical. So it's kind of like a fun little twist. And it follows that raglan sleeve line. And then we also have, as you can see, the center front zip, which is my personal goal for this pattern. What I'm going to be making today, I'm going to be doing the center front zip because I want to have a jacket that's going to do it'll be great for going to work out, great for walks around. I can easily take it on and off. And so I think I'm going to be doing the center front zip version. And one of the other things I know I'm going to be incorporating is those thumb hole cuffs. The pattern can either be hemmed at the sleeve, or you can create a cuff, and then the cuff also has options to make a thumb hole cuff, which I think is so handy. So like all Love Notions patterns, it's extra small to 5X, including a full bust adjustment. So I am going to be sewing center front zip. Obviously it's going to have the funnel neck, it's going to have the raglan sleeve. I'm going to be doing the thumb hole cuff version. And then I also am going to make sure that I am, for pockets. The pockets I'm going to do, I believe I'm going to do the welt style pocket. So now let's get into taking my measurements and applying them to the size chart. Now, before I go much further, I have to make sure that I know what fabric I'm going to be using because fabric affects everything. So I'm going to be using this yoga ribbing. It's actually a 2x2 rib from Discovery Fabrics. It's in this beautiful midnight blue. And typically when we think of ribbing, we think of cuffs, but I'm going to be using this for my whole piece. And I think it's going to be a really nice quality fabric to stand up to what I want to do with it. If I'm reading the listing right, it says it's a nylon spandex, it's treated, but it's more durable than cotton and it's moisture wicking. And in the listing it says it can be used as a standalone garment. I'm wondering if this will work out really well. So I know that this fabric has a lot of stretch and recovery. It has 4-way stretch, so it's 75 side to side and then 30% lengthwise. And then the content is nylon spandex, machine wash cold, tumble dry low, or hang to dry. So let's see how this turns out. When you're choosing your size, it's really important to know what fabric you're going to be using to sew with. The stretch and the recovery, how much that fabric will extend to your shape or retract in, it helps us understand the size chart and the finished measurement chart. So as I make my calculations about what sizes I go to, I'm going to have that information in the back of my head as I go. And if I picked a different fabric, for example, like maybe more of like a stable, heavier weight knit fabric that maybe had a little bit less stretch and recovery, I might make different choices about my size. So keep that in mind first, that fabric is everything when it comes to picking your size. Another thing to know is that every single time I start a new project, I take my measurements again. And that's because my body changes quite a lot. It changes from season to season. It changes from month to month, honestly. And every single time I sew something new, I want to make sure that whatever I'm sewing, I can wear it right then. And so taking your measurements accurately every single time is really important. Another thing to note is that you might need to replace your tape measures every once in a while because they do get stretched out over time. And those little tiny stretches can add up to quite a bit, and some inaccurate measurements might be the result. So watch out for your tape measure and check it against like a hard ruler to make sure that you're not getting stretched out. If it starts to get stretched out, throw it out, get a new one. They're really inexpensive, and it's a small little investment that can really make or break your piece. All right, so now that I have my measurements, I'm gonna go through the chart and we'll take a look at what this means for me and what sizing I'm going to pick. So here are my measurements. High bust is 39 inches. My full bust is 42 inches. My waist is 38 inches and my hips are 46. So I'm gonna take those measurements and then compare them to the size chart, but I'm also gonna be taking a look at the finished measurement chart as well. One other thing to note, a lot of times we get the question, when do I know that I need to use the full bust adjustment that's built into Love Notions patterns? And the times when you're going to use that is when your full bust measurement minus your high bust measurement is more than 4 inches. So that means that there is a greater than 4-inch measurement difference between your full bust and your high bust. Now, as you make that adjustment, please keep in mind that usually there's about 2 inches extra added to the length, to the center front length of your garment when you're using the full bust adjustment. So if you're on the shorter side, just keep that in mind and think of any other adjustments that you might need to make along those lines. So here's where I am on the size chart. For high bust, I'm 39, which is right in between large and extra large. For my full bust measurement, I'm at 42, which is right on the nose for extra large. One thing to keep in mind though, is that the large to extra large, that like increment between there, anything that's in between needs to go back down. So I'm sizing into, as a 39 high bust measurement, I'm really sizing into the large size range. If I were over 40, that would mean I'm sizing into the extra large range. So there's sort of like that in between, those increments contain, the size large contains all of the measurements up to size extra large, okay? But there's some judgment that comes into picking those as well. For my waist, I'm measuring right at a 38, which is right at the beginning of the extra large size range. And then for my hip, I'm right at a 46, which makes me in the extra large size range as well for hip. For my bicep, I was at a 12. And so that means that I'm right in the large range for bicep as well. Okay, so what do I do? If I am sizing into for my full bust, shoulders kind of area, if I am sizing into large, but my waist and my hips are nearer to the extra large size, what do I do? So I'm gonna take a closer look at the pattern. I'm going to take a look at some of the information that's inside of that body measurement and finished measurement chart. So I'm looking at the finished measurements, and the finished measurements basically mean after the garment is sewn, all of the seam allowances are completed, and it's on your body, it's sewn up. What is the circumference around that area? How much room are we working with as far as ease inside of the pattern? So if I'm looking at the standard bust, the finished measurements for the standard bust view is a 41. And so if my fabric is stretchy enough, I'm gonna have just 1 inch for the negative ease, which feels fine to me. I think that'll be good. Now, when we get to the waist and the hip, I'm going to be looking at those carefully. So the finished measurement of the piece at the waist for size large is 40 inches all the way around. That would mean that I would have 2 inches of ease of extra for this pattern. And thinking about the fit and the style, I think for the waist, that's probably going to be okay. Now let's look at the hip. For the hip, it says that there is a 45.5 inch finished measurement. Now my hips measured at a 46. I think I'm gonna wanna have the extra large hip. But because the waist is workable in my estimation, I think I'm gonna keep the waist at the size large, hip at extra large. So that means I'm gonna need to do just a little bit of blending sizes on these pattern pieces to get what I want. The other thing to keep in mind for this pattern is height. Love Notion's patterns, it says right on the measurement chart, Love Notion's patterns are drafted for the average 5'5" woman. I'm 5'2", so that is 5'5" minus 5'2" is 3 inches. Typically what I have to do, since everybody carries their height in different places, I know my legs are actually quite short. My torso is fairly proportional to the average 5'5" woman, I would assume. So I'm not going to take away quite as much length on the pattern just because of my personal preference. I'm going to be okay if this is like a little bit longer piece than it might be intended for. So I'm not going to take away any height on the body. But what I do know is that my arm length is really short. Like my legs are short and my arms are short. So I am going to be taking away an inch of length on the arms. And when it comes to where to take that extra length away for the arms, I know that what will probably be best if I split it between 2 different places. So I'm going to take some away from the body of the sleeve, and I'm going to take some away from the cuff. Since I'm using the thumb hole cuff, I'm going to take a little bit away from the cuff as well. So it's really important to understand your body and your measurements and what you're comfortable with before you pick your final sizes, and make a plan for how you're going to get all these pattern pieces to work together. So to recap, I'm going to be sewing a size large at the high bust, and waist, blended to a size extra large at the hips. I base that decision off of my fabric and my comfort with the finished measurements. I'm also going to be keeping the length in the torso of the garment. Even though I'm 5'2", I'm going to be okay if it's like a little bit longer than is intended, but I am going to be taking away some length from the sleeves because I know that I have really short arms. So I hope that helps. By the way, if you want to go even more in depth on how to find your perfect base size, Noreen's got a video with like 40,000 views that will be so helpful. I cannot wait to get this pattern all sewn up and shown to you, but I just thought this might be a nice way to have us get a little excited for this new pattern. It's coming in less than a week, so please mark your calendars. We've got all the tester photos in. It's so beautiful. I love how people have played around with their fabric, especially for this piece. I love the pocket installation. We've got so many cool close-up pictures of these really ultra functional pockets, and I just think this is a different piece than Love Notions has had before, and that you can find in other places, because that funnel neckline, so great, so versatile, works with everything, kind of cozy but not too constricting. And in the Love Notions catalog, we have another outerwear topper kind of pattern, like a sweatshirt sort of pullover pattern. It's called Constellation. It's actually a collection for the whole family. It's North Star pullover, Constellation pullover, and Navigator pullover, and it men's, women's, and kids sizes. And it just has like a half zip, which I love because you can fully like unzip it and take it over your head. But to have like a jacket, we don't really have a jacket pattern in this way, like a knit jacket, athletic type of pattern. So I love that we have a center front full zip jacket pattern available now. So can't wait to share that with you. There'll be more coming about that later. Tammy actually right now is filming a full course on how to sew that, you know, with those zips and all the little extras that come with this pattern, doing the princess seams and that style of everything. I think it's gonna be really helpful for people who love the style of pattern but are just like a little bit intimidated by some of the extra pieces of sewing. So if you haven't tried a sewing course yet from Love Notions, this is gonna be what you're gonna wanna have your eye on. When I started sewing, I literally had Tammy right next to me taking me through all of the steps. And I haven't been sewing for that long, but I feel so confident now because I have a resource right there that can help me with those tricky spots. And that's what a course does. We have fabulous reviews on our courses. Basically, people just saying this gave me confidence, it gave me motivation, it kind of like separates things up into modules. So it's sort of like just taking like a bite-sized little chunk at a time. And it's got like that progress bar where you can see and track how you're doing and go step by step by step by step to get you through. There have been so many people who say, I have a million Love Notions patterns, but I've only sewn like 4 of them. Why? The great part is the sewing. So let's get it sewn. And if you need a little bit of extra help, motivation, support as you sew, invest in this class. And actually, for the release sale, the pattern is going to be free inside of the class. So we only do that for the release of the pattern. So typically it won't be available in that way. Grab the course and you'll get the pattern for free for this time. So there's a lot more to gain and less to lose if you go about it this way. So get it sewn and don't let tricky spots like trying to pick your size and trying to pick all of the details out stop you before you even start. So I hope this has been helpful, kind of seeing my process for picking sizes and understanding the size chart and understanding your body and taking your measurements. It doesn't have to be a scary thing. They're just numbers. And they don't mean anything about you. So whether they're high or low or in between, who cares? They're just numbers. It's just information to help you get things that you will want to wear in your closet. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any other ideas for things that you want to hear more discussion on, more advice, tips, whatever, from me or Tammy or any of the Love Notions ambassadors, please let us know. We love to hear your comments. Tell me what you think about the new pattern and tell me how you're feeling about this new style here and what fabric you plan to sew with it. We're excited to share it with you coming soon. But we're always excited no matter what you're sewing. So get out there and get sewing, and we can't wait to see what you're up to.